Just waiting for my partner in crime to join. Hope you guys are doing. We're off to a good start. Angles. That's saying I need coffee. I feel like, hello, thank you for joining, Daniel. Hi, Cora, are you on? Yay.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Hi, Camille. Oh, wait, what's going on? Are we having some technical difficulties, Cora? It's always interesting when you're trying to do this live. Okay, let's try again. Hi. Oh, hi, Cash. How are you, my love? Mwah, mwah. Sending you all my love. Hello.
There we go.
We're here. We're doing it. Welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. I'm here with coffee today.
Oh. Good. I've got my tea right beside me.
Oh, you got tea? I really thought about the wine. I'm not going to lie.
Got tea.
Thank you guys so much for joining Cora and I on this Instagram live tonight, guys. It's an interesting one, I would say, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
I think the title says it all.
Mm-hmm.
Time to sell your house.
Yes.
So that's the purpose that we're here today. So if you guys are joining us, thank you so much for investing your time this evening in joining us in this little presentation and somewhat appealing, or what's the proper word? Saying almost begging but not begging you to sell your house.
We can just call it begging.
Begging? Okay, we're begging. We're begging you to sell your house.
Yeah.
We're not going to be shy about it. I don't think we should.
No.
So let's get into the presentation. So we've kind of built a little presentation to just give you some details on why this is the right time to sell your home or your investment property if you're sitting on more than one. Because, you know, we do have some investors out there, and this might be the time for you guys to really take the opportunity to get the profit, like real genuine profit from the proceeds of the sale. So I'm going to pull up the slides here.
Perfect.
Let's make sure I pick the right one. There we go. All right. So hopefully you guys can see that clearly. But Cora is a real estate broker and partner owner, I believe, as well with CityLite Realty.
Exactly.
So please take it over, introduce yourself.
So I've been a licensed full-time real estate agent for over 20 years now. Mm-hmm. So I've seen good markets and bad markets. And what I will say is this is one of the best markets I have ever witnessed in 20 years for sellers.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why we're calling it the super sellers market.
So should you be going around with like a cape, like a superhero, like real estate cape? Do you have one?
I placed it on order. It's coming. Good. It's coming.
All right. Because I was about to place it for you. Wow. So what is driving the market today, would you say? Like, what is some of the things that is driving this like demand?
Okay, so it's lack of inventory.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many buyers. Well, Tashia, you know, what are interest rates right now?
Oh my God.
It's almost like they're giving you money for free.
Shh.
Oh. I'm not a very good superhero, right?
Okay. So just a quick introduction for anyone that's new, that's just joining us for the first time and meeting me for the first time. I'm a mortgage agent with the Mortgage Coach. And I've been in the banking finance industry for over 9 years now, and I've gone independent working, doing it for myself after falling in love with real estate. And I love being on this side of the business because let's be honest, y'all, you need me. Because we need the money in order to purchase these beautiful homes and these investment opportunities as well. Because let's be honest, buying a home today is not just buying a home to live in. It is genuine investment into your generational wealth for you and your family, and just for yourself. This could be your retirement for a lot of people as well. So with that being said, we want to make sure that we align you with the right lenders, with the right interest rates, obviously. We all want to save on the coins, and so providing you with that. So yes, in today's world, this is, for me personally, the lowest in this interest rate market I've ever experienced in my lifetime as an adult, being well aware about what real estate is. So, I'm pretty sure, Cora, you remember when real estate interest rates were like, what, 6%?
Well, you know what? The first house that I bought, that I still own, which is an income property,
yes,
the bank gave us an interest rate of 5.6 at that time, and our parents thought that it was unbelievably low. We were excited. This is a great interest rate.
Yes.
And today rates are less than 2%.
Yeah.
Less than 2%.
I want to sell. Like, I'm ready. Cora, you can come over with the paperwork. I am ready to sell.
Let me grab my cape.
Okay.
And my pen. And
okay.
It's done.
Okay, there we go.
I got
That's
buyers.
It.
I have buyers.
So one of the reasons, like we said, or the main reason we're here is to convince anyone that's on here that sees this video, comes across this post, to really look into the opportunity of possibly selling your home. What are the driving factors of selling your home? It is a seller's market. From my understanding, if I'm correct, Cora, there is less than 2 months worth of inventory on the market today.
It was so true. Very true. So there's like less than half of what should normally be available. So, and there's twice as many buyers at this point, still looking.
So what is going on out there with because you have worked, and I have worked with some of your clients, and just hearing we put in an offer, and I'm like, okay. And it's like, oh my God, we're competing against how many offers? So like at this point, you would say you're competing on a minimum scale of like what, 15 to 20 offers?
At least.
At least.
Oh, yes. Wow. Sometimes there was a property last month that got 35 offers. 35 offers for a home.
For a home.
And only one person can win. So at the end of the day, there are still 34 people looking to buy.
It's literally like playing the lottery. It is.
Yeah. But you know what, Tashia, you and I both know, being in the business for so long, there's never a bad time to buy.
No.
Right? There really isn't.
The best time to buy was yesterday.
Exactly.
Right? And so homes are, and so in terms of like selling your home, I think a lot of people, when they're planning to sell their home, and I think that's the next point we have on here, homes are selling in days with no sort of like renovations. Like, they don't have to be the most pristine property on the market to get the biggest and best, dollar for your buck kind of thing. So like, with that peace of mind, knowing that I can put my house on the market maybe in the condition that it's currently in and still get a decent price for it, right?
Definitely. Okay. So in this super seller's market, you don't have to do lots of renovations, right? The catchphrase is kitchens and baths. You need a great kitchen, you need a great bathroom. Yeah. In this market, people are just looking to buy. Yeah. And they're looking to buy, and then they're looking to give you lots of extra money because they really want that house. Okay. So once again, it's definitely the time to make that move.
Yeah, definitely. And now, regardless of like, so I know, and we came across this post in this article, and we talked about it right before, that over 2020, over 50,000 people moved out to the suburbs, out,
Yes.
outside of the city.
Yes.
So
So there's,
they're coming to Durham, they're going
yeah,
to
yeah,
Mississauga, Brampton, Hamilton.
yeah.
They're going
Niagara
out.
Falls, Barrie.
I would go to Niagara Falls. I mean, that's close to wine country, right?
Exactly.
Is that
Exactly.
right? Okay.
Oh, it sure is.
It sure is.
Uh,
So that's amazing.
well, actually, Tashia, we were talking about that stat that came out that Oshawa is the fastest growing city in the entire country. They saw an increase of population of 2.1%. That is a big influx of new people coming, into a whole new city.
Yeah.
And do you know what the nice thing is? We were also talking about this. It's not far.
No.
To go from Oshawa to Toronto, to go to Scarborough.
Yeah.
It's not a big hike
It's not.
anymore.
I mean, I go to Scarborough, and you go to Scarborough quite often too, as well.
I do, yeah.
And it takes me from here, I think about 25 minutes at the most to get to Scarborough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Yorkdale. I go shopping at Yorkdale, guys. And I'm in the east.
Yeah.
And I get there and you can move around. I mean, most of us have a car or a vehicle. And one thing, when a city is growing, so does the transportation in terms of the transit system. So that's another thing. Oshawa has grown in terms of the expansion in the GO Transit system, I believe. They're doing some work on that. We have the 407, I believe, in Oshawa as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the extension of that as well. So
Exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of opportunity to go outside of the city core. And with that, if you already own a home in the city core, for example, and you were to sell and come out of, into the suburban world, we don't bite. You're going to get your money's worth, because now you're maybe getting a bigger home than what you had in the city, and you're walking away with some extra money in your pocket as well.
Yeah.
Right? So
that you can invest in anything, right? Invest it in more real estate, invest it in the stock market.
Go buy a condo
fund. Right?
Go buy a condo downtown. That could be your downtown spot, the condo downtown, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it become, once we get back to somewhat of a new normal, that becomes what? The B&B rental option.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because again, there's going to be this market, like we were saying, whatever goes up must come down, and what goes down must go back up. So right now, the condo market in Toronto is a little bruised. Not a lot, but a little.
A little.
So,
But it will go back up.
It will. So if you sell your Toronto house today for millions, you can move out to the suburbs, be it east, west, or north, and take that extra money and then put it back into something different.
Yeah.
Lots of options.
Yes. Come breathe in the fresh air.
Yes.
So the next slide it's gonna touch on the same whole conversation, the GTA sales. In 2019, it was 4,364. So it jumped. So this is just our December numbers, because January's not done yet. So, in terms of the sales in real estate, it's jumped by 64%.
Yes. Yeah.
That is amazing. 7,100 sales in December of 2020.
Just, it's the mind boggles.
Yeah.
It's an unprecedented market right now. It really is. It's
and you would think that even with all these sales, right, that there's properties, because there's a lot of sales happening, but there's honestly not a lot of properties to maintain the demand whatsoever.
There isn't. There really isn't.
And what would you say, like, where are these buyers coming from?
You know what? It's literally from everywhere.
Yeah.
People are now deciding with these low rates, like we were talking, below 2%, 1.5, 1.6.
Yeah.
People are now saying, you know what? Hey, Ma, hey, Dad, can I get some money and, you know, get into the market?
Yes.
Right? And Mom and Dad are like, no problem. Our house has doubled in value.
Mm-hmm.
We can give you a bit of money.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of those kinds of buyers.
Yeah.
And there are buyers who are listening to what we're saying,
mm-hmm.
and they're cashing out in Toronto,
mm-hmm.
selling for 1.5, where 2 or 3 years ago their house was only worth 800.
I know.
And they're moving out to the suburbs.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? So it's a good mix of people
It
entering
is.
the market right now.
It
Yeah.
is a good, and touching on that topic, you just made a really good point. The mom and the dad, the
Yes.
grandparents who are
Yes.
gifting their kids and their grandkids these funds to purchase these properties. They're obviously taking out from the equity of their home to do that. So the perfect opportunity there is for them to sell that property that they're in, move out to the suburbs or, you know, outside, you know, beyond the suburbs, because there's even other properties. You can look in Newcastle, because you can get bigger homes, more property, more space, cleaner air. And really be able to even maximize on the profit that you're making off of the sale and bank that. And now, and not just bank it, but also be able to give it to your son, daughter, grandchild, you know, who's looking to purchase. So now you're not only helping a family member start and establish their real estate wealth, you're also enjoying a portion of that as well. And you're still living in your own home, you know? So I think now we need to really market to, hi grandma, hi grandpa, hi mom and dad. You know, I think that's a really good point there.
And you know what, Tashia, you also mentioned generational wealth, which I think everyone needs to really think about that.
Yes.
I know, you know, personally, I didn't, you know, I grew up and there wasn't a lot of extra money. Right?
Yes.
Sometimes there wasn't any money.
Yes.
Right? But based on knowledge and experience, my mother's instilled into me generational wealth. I will instill that into everyone I know.
Yes.
And it's really just a snowball.
It's a snowball.
When you look at families who have money,
mm-hmm.
it started with one matriarch or patriarch, someone at the very top of this pyramid.
Yes.
And it just spirals. And before you know it, hundreds turns into thousands, thousands into hundreds of thousands,
mm-hmm.
and now your family are multi-millionaires.
Yes.
Because someone at the beginning started the snowball.
Yeah. It takes out one person, right?
It does. It does.
One
person. If it's grandma or grandpa or mom or dad.
Exactly. Exactly. You know? So let's move on to the next point that we made in terms of like looking at the prices right now, right?
Yes.
So the average selling price, and you made a point to say, you know, 3 years ago, that property in Toronto, you could have gotten 800,000-900,000 for it then. Now you're getting 1.4, 1.5 around that amount.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. So we're talking about in like GTA, like in Toronto, York kind of region, those kind of properties there.
Even Peel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally the bubble is expanding
mm-hmm.
in terms of values.
Yeah.
So,
low more rates. You're right. It's skyrocketed. It's crazy how much, like, seeing the market and the change, because like I said, I'm in Durham, and the fact that I've seen how, you know, the northeast side of Durham has grown so much.
Yes.
You know, and it's amazing to see over the last decade how much it's grown. I mean, I used to go to UIT, and I remember driving up here back in, like, I'm not going to tell you when. And
4 years ago.
Yeah, a year ago. 4 years ago. No, way more. Okay. We're not going to talk about it. And there was nothing. Like, I could literally smell the farm.
Yes.
You know, I could smell the farm. I can smell, like, it's only the other day I stopped smelling the farm.
That's because North Oshawa is booming.
Right? Like,
it's booming.
It's booming. And so so back then, you know, buying in these areas, it was like, oh my God, like, you know, great prices, you're getting big, beautiful homes. And now, you know, even out here, there's so many opportunities for people to still even expand beyond Oshawa, to still expand beyond, you know, what is a popular area. So
Yes.
if you do sell, right? Not if, when you sell, when you call Cora and you say, Cora, I'm ready.
Because again, I have buyers, I have people looking, and I can't find the house to sell them. So,
right? My clients are like, I'm looking, you know? You know? And so with that being said, you know, the average home price in 2019 and 2020, that's an 11% change. We're in 2021 now, guys.
Yes.
We're in 2021 and it's still on fire.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and maybe even more than it was last year, you know?
Yes.
And people are still buying in a pandemic. You know, you can still list your house in a pandemic because the realtors have protocols that they are following to make sure that you are safe and your family are safe when your house is listed and it's being viewed by buyers and interested, you know, participants in the property. So it is doable to sell your home. I mean, the numbers don't lie.
No, and the other nice thing is talking about, you know, it's not nice to talk about the pandemic, but mentioning the pandemic and selling is that in this super seller's market, you're not for sale for a month or like, you know, 3 weeks. This is a 5-day turnaround, and we're getting you $50,000, $30,000 more than the guy who sold it last month.
Amazing.
So it's definitely worthwhile to hit the market now.
Yes.
Strike the iron when it's hot.
When it's hot.
And this is hot.
Listen, it is beyond hot. It's burnt down at this point. It's like burnt down. And that's a crazy thing. I'm itching to even go door knocking just to speak to my neighbors, to ask them, are you interested? You know, because, you know, at the end of the day, and that's another point, even if you sell and you go and you buy somewhere else, your property is still appreciating because the demand is still there. Real estate is always one of the best investments you can make. You know, yes, it may balance out at a certain point. Everyone's asking, when is the bubble gonna pop?
Yes.
That's another thing. I don't think it's ever really gonna pop.
No. And you know what? I can remember I had clients when I first got my license, and I was practicing for, let's say, 3 or 4 years. I met this lovely couple, and they were scared to buy a house. And they said, you know what, Cora, we have, I think they had $5,000 or $6,000 saved up, which was all you needed like 18 years ago.
Let's not talk about it.
And then they were like, you know what? We're going to wait because we know there's going to be a correction.
Yeah.
Right? We don't want to buy this house in Scarborough, this like bungalow with a basement apartment for $200,000.
Yeah.
Because it's too much money. Right? The park and St. Clair, no, it's not worth $200,000. Today, that same bungalow is going for 1.2, 1.3. Right? And my clients just couldn't pull the trigger. Right? That's why it's always a good time to invest in real estate.
Always a good time.
It really
always
is.
A good time.
It really
always
is.
a good time. So, you know, the numbers don't lie. I mean, from 2019 to 2020, that's an 11% increase in the average selling price.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and that speaks both on the seller side and on the buyer side, you know, because this is a time when you can literally, I mean, 2021, it's going to increase again in 2021, you know, and this is a time to do it. This is a time to put that property on the market, take advantage of a hot market, and sell your home and
Yep.
take the proceeds of the sale and live the life of your dreams at this point.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
go buy 2 properties, you know, by Niagara Falls. So the next point we made on here as well, just going back. We have so many points here, don't we? That one. Here we go. So here's why you're experiencing a super seller's market. So we talked about this, you know, already, but let's just give you the true numbers. Pickering has 45 active listings as of, I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday, yes.
And 37 in Ajax, 52 in Whitby, 74 in Clarington, and 70 in Oshawa.
Mm-hmm. And just to give you a quick idea, this same time last year, Ajax had almost 100 houses for sale. So that's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
There is no inventory. No inventory.
And so, so per house, there's almost 30 offers, 20 to 30 offers per house.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
It's not enough. And so
no.
It's really not. So basically, if you were to 37 homes on the market, and the average home is getting anywhere from 15 to 20 offers at the same time.
Yes.
It's a lot of interested buyers. And that's
There is. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
it's like this all over, because we did a quick analysis of all the different parts of the GTA. What was the other one? It was
I think we did Markham.
Yes.
Under 1.5. And the reason why we did under 1.5, because that's really where it's like really on fire, you know, under $1 million in Durham, you know, it's really the buyers outweigh those of the buyers that's over $1 million, because it's a different type of ball game when you're purchasing over $1 million, right? Yeah. So the demand is there, but the demand is still there for the prices over $1 million.
Oh, easily.
Because remember, those same buyers that are buying over $1 million, they're sellers as well, potentially as well. So they're coming in and they're ready to go.
They're out, yeah. And again, you know, I know, like, agents in my office, people that I'm working with, there is still a lot of money coming in from overseas.
Yes.
Right? The money machine doesn't stop just because there's a pandemic.
No.
There are a lot of people who have, you know, made quite a bit, and they want to invest in a stable market like Toronto. Yeah,
there's a lot of millennials that are making millions right now, you know, because they're self-employed, and, you know, and I deal with a lot of self-employed individuals in terms of obtaining lending and mortgages for them. So, you know, the opportunity is there. So, you know, look at that. 69 in Markham.
Nothing. There's nothing available for sale.
69. That doesn't look right.
No. It's like a third of what there should be at this point.
Yeah, 69 in Markham, 31 in Newmarket, 79 in what? Richmond Hill? Mm-hmm. Richmond Hill, sell and come here.
Or you know what? Even if you wanted to sell and go a little further north.
Yeah.
Right? So I know Georgina's a great place that they're building up.
Very
right?
nice.
So there's a lot of different places
to go. Yeah, a lot. Canada's huge, guys. Like, there's a lot of opportunity. Even if you want to purchase land, build, and there's opportunities that so I think another thing is people are concerned about, okay, so I sell, what do I do next, right? You made a point. There's other places, Georgina, nice area. You can go buy land. You can build your dream home. You can buy something close to the lake. You know, and the other thing is, maybe you're not ready to buy. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to, you know, maybe this allows you to retire early, right? Early retirement, that's another opportunity, right? Because you are going to make so much more of a profit than if you in this market than if you were to wait, because we don't know what tomorrow holds, right?
No,
We don't know.
We don't.
Bradford, Barrie, Innisfil, okay?
Yeah, like you know what? I can't believe how much Barrie has boomed. And I met a client actually, who bought a brand new house in Innisfil.
Okay.
And he paid for, I think he paid, and it was like a 3,500 square foot house. Actually, Tashia, it was a gentleman that you're going to do his mortgage, remember?
Oh, yes.
The man, the gentleman in Ajax.
Yes.
So, yes.
Okay.
So he was in this little tiny little place in Ajax, him and his whole family.
Mm-hmm.
And he spent like pennies on this 3,500 square foot house in Innisfil.
Wow.
And it's going to be built next year, and he's just so excited. Yeah. So
now that's what I want to do.
Yeah, so people are leaving, you know, closer to the city and pushing themselves a little further out. And it's well worth it.
Yeah.
It's well worth it.
You know, yes. a lot of the jobs now too, and another thing, never leave your cash, always invest in property. Yes, invest in property. I love that.
Yes, or you may miss the boat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
like my clients from 18 years ago.
Exactly. You know, even myself, you know, when I was a spring chicken and and you know, I was, oh, you know, you hear about real estate and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to buy something. And I think that it was a condo townhome. Okay. And it was in Whitby. It was listed for $125,000 at the time.
Wow.
I think it was 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a loft.
Okay.
And I didn't buy it. I put in an offer, funny enough. I think I put in an offer of $90,000 and it was being considered and they came back at like $99,000.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that property today it's like close to $6. I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And it's just a different time. It's completely different, you know? Yes. You really want your money to grow? Yes. Invest in real estate and invest at the right time. If you are in a demanding city, a city that is hot right now, why not sell and go into a city that's maybe not hot today, but will be hot tomorrow?
Yes.
Right? Yes. Because that was Durham region. People did not think Durham region was like the place to be, right?
No.
Or even further west, like, you know, now Niagara, when everything was going on, it's like the hot spot, you know?
Yes. Actually, on the West End, you know where it's really picking up and you keep hearing about? St. Catharines. Everything is St. Catharines,
right?
St. Catharines. Like, yeah. And that's now like the place everyone's talking about. Because Hamilton right now is really saturated.
Yes.
So people are just pushing themselves a little further west. A little further west.
Yeah. I would do it. I would do St. Catharines because it's closer to wine country.
Yeah.
So that's Richmond Hill. Vaughan is 90. We were in Vaughan this summer as well, or this fall as well.
Yes.
Not a lot of
properties up there. Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of properties on the market. Beautiful homes. Beautiful homes.
Yes.
Let's see. And 39 in Stouffville?
Yes. So again, low inventory all over Durham, all over York region. Even in Toronto, if we look at that slide, the Toronto one is, again,
Toronto.
Like, low. Wow. And, you know, there should never be a 1 in front of any of those districts.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's just really, really, really low inventory. So
low
again,
inventory.
If you have a property anywhere in the province, let's say, I was actually talking to a realtor I work with up in Sudbury.
Okay.
The same thing. There's no properties for sale. It's a hot market everywhere. Wherever you have your home, consider selling it.
Consider selling.
Cash out.
Yeah, cash out.
And diversify it, right?
Exactly.
So sell your one big and buy 2 smaller.
Buy 2 smaller. Actually, I have a friend that did that. They sold in Oshawa, and they moved to a place I will not mention.
Okay.
And they bought 2.
Yeah, because you don't want the values to go up there, right?
Right. No, I don't. Not till I get there, please. You know.
Well, Tashia, wouldn't it be awesome to sell your house, like, you know, well over $1 million and be mortgage free? How would that feel?
Honey,
how would it feel to be mortgage free because the market
mortgage
is so hot
free,
right now?
a mortgage free life? Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't think I would look any different, but I will feel a lot different.
Yes.
And that's what it is.
And that's what we're offering people tonight, right?
That peace of mind, that opportunity for peace of mind, knowing that I don't have to worry about having a mortgage because I tapped into that opportunity of selling when the market is hot and maximizing on the profit, and then being smart with my buying on my next home. And like you said, maybe buying two, that becomes an investment, a rental investment, you know? Buying maybe further out, but buying a condo in the city. So you're still in the city in some aspect, but you know, it's looking at different ways to make it work for you. And you can make it work, right? Mortgage rates are low. Trust me, the banks want you to get the mortgage. You know, the stress test rate has dropped, you know, substantially, allowing people to qualify for even more, you know. So we really, the opportunity is there. All we need is for you to sell your home.
Yes, please.
Please.
We have people.
Right?
And those people have people.
And those people have people. And it may not be you. It may not be you, but maybe, once again, like we said, it's your grandparents, you know? Maybe they're looking to downsize, you know? Maybe it's your parents. Maybe, you know, they've been kind of sitting on the fence of moving closer to you because you're outside of the city. Now is the time to do that, you know? So really looking at those opportunities because it's there. It is there. So the next slide we have is the easy step-by-step process. Walk us through this as, you know, a realtor. When you go in, someone calls you, they're kind of like, oh, I'm thinking to sell in 6 months.
So I'm going to tell you, Tashia, that the slides are really tiny.
They're tiny?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind just doing the shout outs, and then I'll do like my
okay, so the first thing you said, call you.
That's right, for a market evaluation.
Call you.
Yes. So you know what? I'd love for anyone on our live chat to give me a call if they were looking to figure out exactly what their house is worth. Because that's the first place to start, right, Tashia?
Yeah.
You got to get that first number in mind.
First number.
So I would tell you, look, your house is worth $1 million. Or your house is worth 1.2. So you need to get that number in your mind. And I'm going to tell you, when I say $1 million, I know it seems like a big number, and it is a big number.
Yes.
But more and more houses are now valued at that $1 million. So people are pleasantly surprised. And I'm like, you know what, your house is actually $980.
Yeah.
And in this market, it's going to be $1,050.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the first thing to do, is get that number.
Yeah.
Always start with that number.
I have a client. They're out in, I think, Vaughan area, actually. And their home isn't super huge. They actually have, you know, less than a 1,500 square foot home. And that is the value. The assessment I think they did was closer to in the high 8s or mid 8s in 2019. That's 2019. So 2020, if they were to sell their home, they would be knocking $1 million.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Now we're in 2021. If they were to sell now, the opportunity to be slightly over that is actually there.
It is.
You know? And they could sell that and come to, you know, like we said, Newcastle, you know, going further out and possibly getting something for maybe half the price, maybe $600-700.
Exactly.
Right? And then you pocket that money, that additional, say, $400,000, you know, and they're good to go. You have options to even take your mortgage with you. So even if you don't want to pay off your existing mortgage right away, you can port your mortgage, you can transfer your mortgage, you can talk to your mortgage professional, you can talk to your mortgage lender, and you can find out what opportunities are there for you if you don't want to touch or change your mortgage. Maybe you recently renewed and you were able to secure a really, really good interest rate. You don't want to lose out on that. You don't want to pay a penalty. You are capable, depending on obviously your mortgage lender and your terms, but most mortgage are portable.
Yes.
You can take that with you, right?
Yeah.
So the opportunity is there. So don't think, oh, what I'm going to do with my mortgage, I'm going to have to know. We can look at options. Even if you need additional money for, say, the next property because your mortgage that you currently have as a balance is lower, we can look at getting you that additional amount if you need it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't want to utilize, you know, most of the proceeds from the sale of your home, maybe you want to hold on to that and buy another property. You know, maybe you want to invest in the stock market. I want to buy stocks.
As do I, right? And that's a good way. It's a good way to get that money to do it.
Right?
To cash out in this market.
Yeah, great way to do that.
Yes.
So that was one point. So call your realtor.
Yeah, start with that number. My house is worth X, and that's the first step in getting your house sold.
Very nice. And so I don't know if my lighting went down. I'm trying. Are you there?
Yes.
It's interesting. Okay, let's go. So next thing, so we get that number. You know what that number is, and you figure out. You sit down and you calculate. You calculate what is the profit that you're going to walk away with from the proceeds of the sale of your home.
Yes. Yeah.
And that allows you to utilize that amount as your down payment for your next property, right?
Yes.
And so maybe that down payment is enough to buy your house outright, depending on where you go.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Again, just mortgage free. I don't have to go to work today because I have no mortgage.
I don't have mortgage.
Right? I want to do 6 month, tour of the world, and I can because I have no mortgage.
Right? Or maybe you've cut down your time that you had left in your current mortgage because now you have enough that you can put down, a prepayment on your remaining balance. So maybe now instead of you having $400,000, you now have maybe about, say, $200,000. You just cut down the life that's left to pay off your mortgage down in half.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Which is the opportunity you have as well.
Yes.
So you know what the profit is, you know what your price point is to purchase your next property. Mm-hmm. What do? You put your house on the market.
Yeah.
You put your house on the market. You get that for sale sign with Cora's face on it on the yard.
Exactly. And more importantly, you get like hundreds of thousands of dollars in your pocket.
Yes. But even before that, we do need to pre-qualify you, get a pre-approval in case we need that additional amount of funds, so we need to go through the numbers in case we're doing a whole new mortgage. We will definitely work that into the plan. That is part of the plan. So that way, exactly from A, B, C, and D, what needs to be done, knowing that you're making this decision with everything in mind.
Yes.
Right? Because we understand the mortgage industry, the mortgage world has changed. So we definitely want to make sure we have that part covered so you're not left scrambling at the end. So the team, it's a great team. Cora and her team comes in, they do a full assessment of the property. If the property needs any work, that to maybe maximize a little bit more of the sale price, they will work with you. They have a great team. I mean, I saw the work that you guys did in the summer on some of these homes, and I was like, but that don't make no sense. Right?
Yes. Yeah. The before and afters are just
amazing, Yes. And I know you also do staging as well.
We do renovations, staging.
Very nice.
Everything. Yeah. From beginning to end.
From beginning to end. From literally beginning to end. From door to door, really.
From the sale to the buy.
The whole process.
Hot night through butter.
Yeah.
Hot night.
So, let's go back. So let's look at some examples here.
Yes.
Is my face in the way?
I think it might be.
I don't know if I can move it. Can I even flip it? Well, I'll go through. So you see the house. Okay, so this property, for example, it sold for 1.5.
Yes, out in Vaughan. Yes.
Wow.
That one sold. Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, that's amazing, right? And the next one we have, this one, beautiful home again, similar to the one before. This is in Oshawa. And this one sold for $950. Right?
Yeah. So you can easily see leaving Vaughan if you were thinking about going east.
Yeah.
This is, you've just cashed in at 1.5 and you're buying the exact same house.
Yeah. I mean, that's nice. And then you can even go take that profit, right? And go and buy a townhome, a condo.
Something different. Yeah.
Now you just left one property and now you have two.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
And two definitely is better than one. Two will appreciate much more than one. Yes.
There we go. There we go. And the rental market too. Like, what's the rental market like in Toronto right now, or just period? Like, how is that going?
So I have a couple rentals right now, and unfortunately I have a couple vacancies.
Okay.
So the Toronto market for rentals is a little on the slow side.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more than a little.
Okay.
It's slow.
Okay.
Everything outside of Toronto is gangbusters. There's no inventory outside of Toronto for rentals. Wow. So Durham has no inventory. York has no inventory. Peterborough has no inventory.
Wow.
Right? So Peel has none. But I find that Toronto itself, it's slow. It's on the slow side.
Okay.
But again, it will bounce.
It will bounce. But that doesn't mean you have to buy that investment in Toronto. Once again, you can buy it in Durham. You can buy it in Peel. There's other places you can buy.
To make money, yes.
Exactly, right?
We'll make that our next seminar, investments.
Yes, we will. We will. Okay, so let's use another example. So this is a condo.
Yes, that we just sold out of Mississauga.
This is a condo.
Yes, yeah.
So this condo is listed for $650?
Yeah, $650 out of Mississauga.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
Eglinton, yeah.
And it's around 1,200 to 1,300 square feet, underground parking, which is great for two.
Yes.
For two. And it's really nicely done. Like, I'm looking at the layout. I like the open plan. Very nice.
It's a beautiful unit. It's a gorgeous unit.
Gorgeous. Is it still available or is it sold now?
It just firmed up. It just firmed up. Thank you.
We just spoke about this yesterday.
I know, yeah.
Because it's as listed. It shows listed.
Yeah.
Once again, even the condo market, like depending on the area.
Exactly.
Once again, right? So, I mean, that's one example here. So we wanted to show you guys some versatility in the properties, right?
Yes.
So the next option here, same price.
Yes.
And this one is Caledon?
Yeah, out in Caledon. So just sold that one as well.
Okay.
Just sold that one.
And this one was 1,400 square foot or a little bit above. And it had garage parking plus driveway parking.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
And I mean, sold for $650, bigger home.
Yeah.
Great once again, showing the difference, the opportunity is there, right?
Yes.
So why you should sell now? We have said it over and over. I don't think we can say it any more than we've already said it. I don't think there's a nicer way to say it. It's on fire.
Fire.
Like, it's blazing. It's hot.
Hot.
I even on Instagram, I follow other realtors, realtors on on your team, and and you see they put it up yesterday, the property, and today sold.
Yes.
Sold. It's not.
And it was sold, and there was, a bit of confusion and chaos. It was sold with, the line out the door.
The line out the door.
Yeah.
Right?
The line out the door.
It's sold when you have your own buyer walking through looking at it, and you need offers being placed in,
Yes.
So there's a lot of demand, people, a lot of demand, and I can speak even from having friends and family who have been looking, and and they are in need of these properties. They are looking to buy, but there's hardly anything out there, or they don't make it in time to see that property to put in an offer. That's another thing. It's like you have to be ready, right?
Yes, and you have to have a realtor that's dedicated to actually be there and tell you, hey, this just got listed, let's go.
Yeah. And even as a seller agent, you have to be willing to navigate through with your seller to help them understand all of the demand that's going on right now. So they have to be open and willing to do, be able to move when they need to move, right?
Yeah.
Be flexible with it as well, especially in this climate. But it can be done, right? It can be done.
Definitely. And we're doing it, and we're doing it with success.
Yes, right? So what better way to start 2021 other than in a brand new home after you sold your current home and made so much profit from the proceeds of the sale?
Yes.
And truly enjoy and your hard work. If you own your home and you've owned your home for, I would say, 5 years and up, there is profit there for you that you can leverage off of now as a home buyer, as a homeowner, to sell,
Yes. Yeah.
So it's something to think about. Prices in the GTA are up, in some areas over 20%. Inventory, we can't say it anymore. It's low. It's so low you can't even see it anymore. Every time I see the graph, it just keeps going down.
Yeah. No house.
And we've tapped in and we've touched on, ways you can also, navigate through buying or selling and buying your new home, right?
Yeah.
Looking at, porting your current mortgage, doing a transfer, looking at, getting bridge loans, when you get your new mortgage and your property has sold and you found your home, we can bridge that mortgage over for you in between your closing. So there's opportunities there, right? Utilizing the proceeds from your sale to put a nice, good lump sum down payment, or just buy your home outright. I think it's a great time in the world today to tap into that. And so I hope you guys do take up the opportunity, reach out to Cora and her team at CityLite Realty. Fantastic team. Hi, Mike. CityLite Realty team. You know how much I love you guys. And Cora, any closing points?
No, you know what, Tashia, I think we've covered it all.
Yeah.
That it's never been a better time to give us a call to sell, right? Get that market evaluation, and Tashia, broker that mortgage deal.
I'll broker that mortgage deal down. And it's literally a handheld approach that we do with our clients. Cora, I've seen you in action. It's you really work with them to help them understand the process. You're always there to answer any questions. I don't think I can say anything more than that. You are there for your clients to make sure that they win,
Yes.
And so that is amazing to see. And thank you so much, everyone, for coming and checking out the live. We will be saving this video in case you guys want to check it out. Share with your friends and family, with your colleagues, anybody that's has a second property, or if you're sitting on the decision to sell, this is the time. This is the
Yes.
time. You know, like I said, what goes up must come down. So let's enjoy the up right now. Let's tap into the opportunity of making making some real good money on the proceeds of the sale of your
Yes.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All
All right,
right.
Tashia, it has been a blast.
My coffee is cold.
But the market is hot.
Oh, ooh, the
All right.
comeback. Oh, the comeback. Thank you guys.
Good
Have a
night,
good night.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.